Hello Aries and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing your March romantic love life reading. In this reading I'll be looking at the overall energies in your love life, and then we'll use the tarot to see if there's any obstacles on your path or any advice Spirit has for you. So let's begin by taking a look at your overall energies. Poised. So I think if you are single, you are poised for some new love in your life. And if you're in a committed relationship right now, you could be poised and ready to take your relationship to the next level. It's a beautiful energy because it's kind of like calm and ready. You're like ready to receive whatever is coming your way in, the future in your love life. Really nice. So let's get one more. Chaos and conflict. So it could be that, you've had conflict in the past. If you're in a relationship, you might have conflict now. But because we have this poised energy, I think you're ready to take on any conflict or chaos that might be on the horizon. We're definitely going to check into that. But it doesn't, right now I don't see that it's, a totally negative energy. So let's see what we have. Oh dear. So we do have hostilities. So there could be some conflict. But, I really do. I'm coming back to this. This is you. You're poised. You're ready to defend yourself with any conflict that comes up. And you're going to handle yourself very graciously, gracefully. You're going to take the high road. You're not going to, whatever this is, you're not going to, be vengeful or vindictive, anything like that. Oh, yes, because here you are, appreciation. You're appreciating whatever lessons that you need to learn from this. And this definitely could be a situation from the past. It doesn't have to be here. It could be you appreciating the lessons you learned from a situation in the past. So let's go ahead and go to the tarot so we can get some more details here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your past and present energies, any obstacles that you have, and then advice from Spirit and the outcome if you take the advice. Now remember, you always have free will, and if this reading is not resonating with you, then you may want to check out your rising moon or Venus signs, because there might be a message there for you. So let's look at your past energy. High Priestess. This is you, intuitively being guided through this situation. And I think that really speaks to this poised, right? Like you are handling whatever situation this was in the past, or we'll see how this plays out. But you're really being spiritually guided and you're listening to your intuition. You're allowing, your guides to tell you what steps to take and how to handle this. Nine of Water. So this is the Nine of Cups. This is, your wishes and dreams coming true. So that's a lovely energy. Super nice. Okay, so let's see what the obstacle is then. Very interesting reading, because it's like we have, almost opposites here. Fortune's wheel. So this is your obstacle. So the wheel wants to turn. This is kind of like endings and beginnings. But for some reason, you're resisting this change. You're resisting the change. And I'm going to clarify all these, so we'll get some more information. You're resisting some type of change. And your advice from Spirit is the Eight of Swords. So this is kind of like you being in a heavy energy of almost like imprisoning yourself because you don't have all the facts, or you're kind of in your head about something. So we'll look at that, which is really interesting because at the beginning of the reading, you're really into, you know, like a very intuitive type of energy. And then here you're kind of like stuck in your head, but we'll get some more information when we clarify. Okay, and then you have the Ace of Air. So this is new information coming in, and this is in your outcome. So you are getting some new information, and since it's an ace, it's also like a new beginning. So you may be changing this wheel very quickly. Okay, so let's see what this High Priestess is. Spirit, can you give us some information about the High Priestess? So we have the Sun and we have the Two of Swords. So with your High Priestess, this is, you know, your intuition. And you're kind of like, it's the Two of Swords to me a lot of times is like a blocking type of energy. Like you're blocking what your intuition is telling you about what will make you happy. You know, have the blindfold on, and, you know, she's kind of like torn in different ways, torn in different directions. So it's kind of interesting. This is a past energy where you're having a hard time making a decision. And it's almost like, you know, you're not tuning into your intuition about what's going to make you happy. Really interesting. Spirit, can we get a couple more cards on this? Let's see if we have any more information with this. So you have the Two of Cups, the Strength card, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay, so yes, like you have this intuitive feelings. You have intuitive feelings about what's going to make you happy. A person in particular that's going to make you happy. You know, the Queen of Wands is just like happy about life. And you also have the Strength card here. So it's kind of interesting because you have all of this information that's coming in about how to receive this, but you're blocking it. You're blocking it. And I'm getting the feeling that you're kind of confused. But this is your past energy. You're kind of blocking it, kind of confused about what, you know, what is going to make you happy. So let's see what this Nine of Cups is. This is your chaos and conflict, right? It's like almost like an internal conflict. It's really interesting. All right, so what about the Nine of Cups here? Justice. Yeah, you want balance. You may have, you may want, to me, that's also kind of like, it's kind of like almost like a karma. Page of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Eight of Swords again, because you have the Eight of Swords twice. It's really interesting because you have this Nine of Cups. So that's your wishes and dreams coming true, right? You're trying to manifest what it is. Your Nine of Cups, you're trying to manifest what it is. You have the Page of Pentacles here, which is kind of like an offer. It could be an offer of love from someone. It could be a job offer. That could be it. Maybe you've manifested the job of your life, and you know this is your wish come true, right? And this is, you know, you think that, oh, this, you know, new job is going to bring me balance in my life, or can I balance love and career? And you're just all up in your head about it. Oh, so interesting. For a lot of you, I think it could be that you're trying to figure out, like, how can I do it all? How can I be this super creative business person, you know, that is just the life of the party and has like so much going on for her, and also have the love of my life. And all of this is causing, you know, chaos and conflict, maybe in a relationship that you're in now, or it could be in your own internal mind. Like you're having all this conflict because you just don't know how can I have it all? Interesting. Okay, so let's go to the Fortune's Wheel, the Wheel of Fortune. What can you give us for this, please, Spirit? What do we have here? We have the Seven of Swords. So this is, in your obstacle position. This is you wanting to, turn the wheel, resisting the wheel. And the Seven of Swords, a lot of times, that can be somebody that kind of left in the middle of the night. But it sometimes can be like your own denial of what it is that you really want or how to change something that's going on in your life. Let's get a couple of more on that one. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and Seven of Wands. So this is you being able to defend yourself, defend your position, having the higher ground in a situation. The Page of Wands is like this inspiration of what it is that you want. And the Ten of Pentacles can be an indication of you wanting someone to come back from the past. Are you waiting for this person to, come back from the past? Did they leave in a hostile way? Because we did have the Seven of Swords, right? Did somebody leave in the middle of the night, kind of leave you high and dry? And you're waiting, you're kind of like waiting. Are they going to come back? Are you going to hear from them? And because you're waiting on them, right, you can't turn the wheel. You can't step into a new life. You're just trying to, wait it out. How long will they be gone? How long can I wait? How long will they be mad? And it could have something to do with, you may have had the opportunity to take a new job in a new city or a new job that was going to require like a lot of traveling or perhaps, a lot of hours. And it's a situation that somebody else in your life didn't want you to take. If you're single, it could be that, this is a past energy, like you're kind of moving on into a new career path or something, but you're still kind of waiting for somebody from the past to come back and reconcile. So let's look at this Eight of Air, and then you have the Ten of Wands. In this deck, the Ten of Wands, she has her bags packed and she doesn't have a lot, but she's kind of like moving on and not really sure of what direction. So let's see, because this is your advice. This is your advice from Spirit. And this is Ten of Swords, King of Swords, the Moon. So you know what Spirit is saying here is you don't have all of the information. You just don't have all of the information. And I think that this King of Swords is the one that's holding all of the information, perhaps. Like, this could be the person from the past that, that you're kind of waiting on. And this reading is probably not going to resonate with everybody, but if you're waiting on someone, the King of Swords, the thing I'll say about the King of Swords is it's somebody that's really super logical, right? And, to me, a little bit on the icy side, like not a lot of love, not a lot of cups here. It could also represent, if you don't think it's somebody from the past, it could represent you wanting to be super logical about a decision you have to make. But if that's the case, I want you to look at this because, you also pulled the Poised card. This is like, kind of like a little bit more carefree, right? And it's not really about gender, but to me, this is like the divine feminine of yourself, and this is the divine masculine. And it's kind of like the feminine goes with the heart and the masculine goes with the head. It's just like thinking it out too much. But this is Spirit letting you know that this whole thing, you don't know all of the information. You only know the part that you can see. And you may be a little bit up in your head trying to figure out how all the pieces are going to fit together, either with someone in the past, or if you're thinking of going in a new direction in another area of your life, how that's going to affect, your love life in the end. It could be that you're trying to take a job in another country or in a location that's far away, and you're just like, who am I going to know there? How am I going to meet anybody there? Right? I mean, like a new love interest. But this is Spirit saying, this is on your path. They are giving you the information. You need to, just surrender. That's the word. They just said surrender. Surrender to this journey. Don't try to figure it out. You have 2 tens here. The 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. You're at the end of the cycle. And this is really, really heavy energy, right? I mean, this is really heavy energy. But you're at the 10. You're at the end of this cycle. It's time for you to turn that wheel, because part of your obstacle is just not wanting to turn the wheel. And you're just kind of like stuck a little bit in your head, maybe playing over and over again a situation that ended or something like that. But what they're the message that they're giving me to give to you is that you have the 10s here. You're at the end of this cycle. You don't know everything that there is to know, but your spirit guides and angels are working on this. It's part of the path. You don't need to know everything, that they're handling that. And your job is just to surrender. And in this, I feel like, she's like under the water and she's just floating, right? It's just a feeling of allowing. Just allow this situation to play out, and don't feel like you maybe have to, you may not have to really act on it, I guess is what I'm saying, is just allow it. Just, give it up to your angels, give it up to your spirit guides, and allow it to happen. And don't, you have a lot of energy about thinking of it, overthinking of it. You have this 8 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, you have the 8 of Swords twice, the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, just a lot of heavy energy here. But then you have these 2 cards, and I think that they're here to, for Spirit is trying to give you the message. You're poised. You have the strength to get through this. Just allow it to happen and appreciate what you do have in your life. Stay in that feeling of gratitude. And when you're in gratitude, right, when you stay in this feeling of gratitude, it's hard for the fear to creep in, right? And I think you do have a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety right now. But this is Spirit just saying, appreciate what you have and the rest will happen. Just concentrate on the good that you have right now. So let's look at this Ace of Swords you have, the Devil and the 9 of Wands. So the Devil is like an attachment. Being attached. And, to me, I think that what they're saying here is you're being kind of like almost obsessed with, you're like the nine of Wands is like, the wounded warrior. You put up the boundaries to protect your heart and all of that. And the Ace of Air, the Ace of Swords is like some new information, beginning a new cycle. So you could be overly attached to starting a new cycle, to putting up boundaries to prevent, any further hurt or pain. So let's get 3 cards here for some advice on this. Two of Wands. That's a nice energy. Five of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Okay. So, yeah, this is definitely, I feel like this is a situation from the past that you're attached to, a person from the past that you're attached to, that may be coming back and have all of these regrets. The Five of Swords to me is regrets. And the Five of Pentacles can mean, you know, like feeling abandoned, but also maybe a little bit financially, you know, some financial issues there perhaps. But I think that you may be hearing from somebody from the past, and you are going to have to choose, like, what are you going to do? And this is Spirit saying, listen, you're the Queen of Cups. You have so much, look at this, so much lovely energy, right? You have a lot of super lovely energy. Just a really loving, compassionate soul. And you need to, when you have to make a choice here, when a choice comes up, you need to choose what's best for your heart, for what's good for your higher good. And I do think that, you know, this energy from the past, you know, it has brought a lot of hostility and chaos and conflict into your life. And I think you're maybe taking on some of that energy. Let's get some Twin Flame Oracle cards, because I feel like Spirit is recognizing. I think that what they're doing is recognizing, letting you know that they recognize the pain that you're going through right now. And remember, you know, they're wanting you to surrender to this journey. So let's see what we have here. Forgive, tranquility, peaceful mind and heart, freedom from the past. Whatever happened in the past with this person, and I really feel like, you know, this message is really not meant for, you know, maybe the majority, but somebody does need to hear this message. I feel like part of it is that you may have some regrets about how you handled this situation, about that you held on to this energy so long, that you may have waited for this person for so long. You know, some you could have some regrets about some of the decisions that you made in the past. But this is definitely Spirit saying, no, don't, you know, you did the best that you could at the time. You made the right decisions for what you thought was best for you at the time. And this hostile energy could even be, you know, you finally got to a point where you had to listen to your heart, and you may have left and you may have some regrets because, you know, somebody is really upset with you. But this is Spirit saying, no, you know, don't have any regrets. Forgive whatever happened in the past. It's time for you to turn the wheel and go forward. And, you know, it says freedom from the past, freedom from it. Whatever occurred in the past, you know, and it was very heavy. Whatever occurred in the past, you need to let it go. Wow. And then you have the Ascend card, and it says expansion, evolution, universal intelligence. Stay connected to Spirit. You could be going through a spiritual awakening. Definitely ascending, becoming more aware. You have a High Priestess here. Like, I think part of it is maybe listening to your intuition. Definitely spending time listening to your guides. Let's see. Crossroads, divergent paths, choices, confusion. Follow your intuition. You may be deciding to go in a completely different way. Like in your career, you may be even wanting to go on a spiritual, path for your career, or move to a totally different kind of lifestyle. And the person in your life just cannot understand, because I feel like they're not at the same level as you, and they cannot understand, and they're upset about it. They're upset about it. But you just know in your heart that this is what you have to do. Very interesting. Okay, so let's go to the romance angel cards. Let's see if we can get something there. Aries, I just think, yes, you're at a crossroads. Like, you have to decide what is best for you. And I do think that you're having difficulty. It's kind of like you're torn, truly torn. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I think this is, for those of you that someone left, because we had that Seven of Swords, didn't we? Yes, the Seven of Swords. Someone left and, you've kind of like not known why. Then I would say that this is definitely something that's on your spiritual path to help bring you wisdom. Oh, look at this. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Remember, we had the moon card, right? Like, this is all divinely guided. You just need to surrender and look at what you have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yeah, it's about you deciding what it is that you want. We had that back here, right? Where, you're manifesting. You're manifesting your Nine of Cups, what it is that you want, but you're kind of like also stuck in your head. This Justice card, for some of you, you may be wanting to go out and find, help build more justice in the world. And this person from the past just, it means like changing your whole lifestyle to go on in a different way. You may have gotten an offer from someone, or some situation came in that, you were kind of like, I want to go make this completely different lifestyle change. And it's like thrown everything into chaos, right? Chaos and conflict. It's like, what? But it's fine, because it is all divinely guided. And there is love in the future. So if you've been kind of wondering, will I ever love again? This is definitely yes. And not only that, it's going to be worth waiting for, right? But guess what? It's coming very soon. So it's really a very lovely energy. Okay, so Aries. Let's go ahead and pull a love oracle card. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I'm truly sorry that you're going through some heavy energy right now. But if you have resonated with this, I really would appreciate it if you would like, share, or subscribe. Oh my goodness. Twin flames. Your passion ignites. I really think that whatever you've been going through, and there's two scenarios. For some of you, you're with your twin flame, and all the chaos and conflict is because you're mirroring each other and having difficulties with that. If that doesn't resonate, then you are separating from someone because your twin flame is on the way. And they are coming in very soon. It's a lovely message. It's really lovely. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you lots of love and light in this situation, Aries, and in all your situations. Bye for now.